Stuck at home, watching movies. Yeah, it's Danny the Puppet. You know the drill. Hi, it is I, Danny the Puppet, and today I want to talk about something different. So, we're not doing a movie review for the Gremlins and Gremlins 2 because my family watched them earlier this summer. But I figured today I'd take some time to talk about why Gremlins 2 is the better of the two movies. Yes, you heard me right. Gremlins 2 is better than the original Gremlins. Okay, hear me out on this. First of all, let's talk about what they're about. Gremlins is a typical story about a dad who buys his son Billy a pet for Christmas and, like every typical child, completely forgets to take care of his pet, which normally is a bad thing, but is a really bad thing when your pet comes with three rules. The rules are simple: don't take him out in the sunlight, don't get him wet, and never, ever feed him after midnight. That's right, three basic rules that Billy could not obey. So he gets him wet, which multiplies the mogwai, and he feeds him after midnight, which turns them into hideous monsters. And horror film shenanigans ensue. But don't worry, it's a kid-friendly horror film made for Christmas. And the good guys win. Very heartfelt. The gremlins look pretty much the same. Green monsters everywhere. They like Snow White, which is really difficult because it's not made by a Disney-owned company. Snow White was, not Gremlins. But why is Gremlins 2 better? Because Gremlins 2 realizes that the whole concept of Gremlins is bunkers. So the Gremlins are back, but this time in the big city. And they overrun a building run by a young Donald Trump. Um, Not Donald Trump, I hear. They basically make fun of the fact the rules don't make a lot of sense, and shenanigans ensue. But this time the Gremlins come in all sorts of varieties, thanks to a science lab. There's flying gremlins. There's super smart gremlins. There's a girl gremlin. And there's a musical number. If you know me, you know I like musicals, so a musical number is a good thing. The movie gets interrupted halfway through, which is fun, by Hulk Hogan. Oh, by Gremlins first, but Hulk Hogan then stops them. And the reason I like it better is I think it grabs the concept and makes it really funny. Someone back there? Thought I saw someone back there. Okay, well, I guess not. But I do like Gremlins 2 better. It points out how absurd the concept is, and it moves more into a comedy. And I think Gremlins works much better as a comedy. The first one had comic elements to it, don't get me wrong. But sometimes it's hard to tell whether it's a comedy or a kid-friendly horror film. Kid-friendly horror film. Anyways, I think Gremlins 2 works better because it is a comedy, pointing out the absurd things about Gremlins, but still keeping Gizmo, who's cute. I'm hearing someone back there. Oh well, maybe they'll make a Gremlins 3 someday. Hopefully a Gremlins 3 is somewhere in the middle between Gremlins 1 and 2. Comedy, horror film, Christmas movie. Okay. There you are.